It's guys' night, baby.
Welcome to the Guys Night Podcast. With me, as always, is
Lucas.
And Sam.
And I'm Simon. And our special guest today is Hank.
For those of you who don't know, Hank is my roommate at Ohio State University.
Hank, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm an international student from China. I'm a sophomore. I'm also like computer information science. And really nice to meet you guys.
Nice. So Hank, what part of China are you from?
Basically, my hometown is from
Guangdong.
middle part of China. But I live
The middle part of China?
So I'm currently living in south part of China, which is nearby Hong Kong.
Oh.
Do you guys not have, like, cities in China? Is there only Hong Kong, and then is there just, like, north, middle, and south?
It's like districts, right? Like the Guangdong district. Isn't that like the little district part you live in?
Yes, it is. And they do have a lot of big cities, like especially where I live is called Guangzhou. And it's a really huge city. Like, millions of people live in that place. It's very crowded. Every time you go to, like, metro, they will squeeze you like you're a little, like, piece of paper or something like that.
Like sardines.
Yeah, sardines.
They turn you
There
into
you
a
go.
piece of paper.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Alright. How do you like living in the U.S. compared to China?
Well, there's much less people in U.S.
Even like on campus compared to like how
Well,
it is in the U.S.?
Well,
Or,
I feel
China?
like there's more people on campus than in China. So,
yeah, like just walking
like
around
Chinese
there's a lot more.
college, like Chinese university.
Oh yeah.
How do you like your roommate?
Oh, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
okay.
Doesn't he creep you out sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes he did.
Like when I start screaming in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, but I started to freak him out too because I was listening to music
Oh,
on
yeah,
my phone,
yeah.
and it's like you know.
Yeah, it's funny. Like in the middle of the night, he'll be like on his iPad listening to music, and you'll be like singing along to it. It'll scare me. I'll think there's like a demon in it. It's like a whisper thing,
That's
singing
not-
like.
Yeah.
Hank listens to Screamo
Oh,
at night.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
So, what do you like? What kind of food do you like? Have you had the Chinese food here? Is it
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot different?
There's a lot different, such as General Tso's chicken. That's definitely not a Chinese.
General Tso's chicken isn't Chinese?
They don't like have that in China.
I don't
Don't
think they
lie.
have.
No, that's my
I'm not
favorite
lying,
chicken.
but
I'm kidding.
It is good, but it's totally Americanized.
Wait, does it taste like Chinese food, though?
It doesn't.
What about
What?
Panda Express? How
Panda
do you feel
Express
about
sucks.
Dude, wait, does General Tso's chicken taste better than Chinese food?
Not really. I don't think
Oh,
so.
wow, I gotta have your
Is Chinese food like a lot less fried?
Oh yes.
Yeah, okay.
They
Is it
do
like-
have fried food, but
You
basically
remember
less.
when we went to Hot Pot? Is that kind of like authentic Chinese food?
That's like people in North will eat during the winter because hot pot they put like all the food and boil in a little pot. So that's what they do in the winter because like the food will get cold real quick. So they want quick.
I thought
Do you
hot
guys
pot was
not
more
have-
of a Korean thing.
I want to talk about when we went to Hot Pot before.
Oh,
Okay,
what
talk about it.
happened?
Let's hear it.
You
It
and
was a
Hank?
very confusing experience. We went with like a bunch of our friends, and the way it works is they like sit you down at a table, and you have like little stoves in the middle of your table, and you have to like order stuff to put in your bowl.
Wait, was
And then-
Hank here?
Yeah, Hank
I
was
was
here.
there.
Oh.
Basically, the waitress came up to us, and she like was speaking in Chinese. The menu like was, I couldn't read it.
Oh, that's
I
sad.
had no idea.
Did
how it
Hank
works.
help a lot?
Yeah,
Hank
translator, human
Like,
translator.
You have to order a broth, and then you have to order like
Uh-huh.
individual meat. It's kind of expensive too. Like if you want
30.
unlimited, it costs like $35.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wait, but how
I guess
big?
it's
Wait,
also
is,
for
is
the
it just like
experience.
$35 for one person?
Yeah, and then you get unlimited food. You get to like keep ordering meat and stuff. So usually like Hank and some other person will get unlimited, and then we'll just kind of mooch off it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of freeloading. That's
Yeah, but
very
it's smart.
American of you.
I feel like you're paying a lot for the experience too, because it's something different. Like there's not a lot of hot pot
Well,
places.
to the people who go there, it's not really like a new experience.
Well-
or
Well,
anything,
yeah,
'cause
but I
a
mean,
lot
like,
of-
it was-
It's usually just like a lot of like Chinese.
Does that mean in China you'd be paying like $30 for a grilled cheese sandwich
Um,
for
Okay,
the
so-
American
so
experience.
right now, like the $1 worth 7 RMB, a Chinese dollar, if you call that. So basically, one cheeseburger or grilled cheese in China is like 40 Chinese yen.
What?
40 RMB.
Is that four?
RMB.
Is that
And
$4?
divided by 7 is like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yes,
That's not
which
too
is
bad.
Okay, so
very
it's not too
cheap.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
just like normal price.
You have like McDonald's and stuff, right?
Oh,
So-
McDonald's better than Americans. They have a lot of like
Is it
Chinese
true that
stuff.
there's cheesecakes on the menu in China?
They do.
Wow.
They have a little
I
bar.
didn't
Like,
even
they have a
know
little-
that. I just said that.
I heard they have Szechuan sauce for the chicken nuggets.
Do they have?
Oh,
40.
Do they have like a lot of like the like more like American foods are like the chicken nuggets and the burgers and stuff, or is it like a lot of just like
I think
nonsense?
Like, they
Like-
localize it for the Chinese customers.
they do.
right?
They
Like,
do.
So they don't just have burgers and stuff. They have like other
Oh,
stuff
they
too.
do have burgers.
Like lobster.
Lobster? No. That you can eat lobster at some like restaurant, but not like McDonald's and that kind of
Oh,
place.
okay.
And I want to say like a lot of people think in America that like Burger King is like the worst place, probably worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
place.
hate Burger King.
But
Except
actually,
a Whopper.
the Burger King in China is like very top, like high level. It's very expensive.
Oh, it's up
and
there.
Very, very like
Niche.
great. No, very.
No, it's not
neat.
niche. Niche means no one goes there.
Come on, man.
A lot of people go there. The
Well,
lines are really
Frick
long.
you guys.
And it's very neat. The decoration is good, and the food is very good.
Do they like light a candle at your table?
No,
It's
they're
a
probably
candlelight
fire.
dinner.
Yeah.
Remember, there's an episode of SpongeBob where Squidward tried putting candles at all the tables and everyone got real mad.
I must have missed that episode.
Have you
Yeah.
heard of like
Your mom doesn't let you watch South Park.
Yeah. So what?
All right, Hank, what were you saying? Sorry, I cut you off.
You know, there's one that a creepy SpongeBob
Oh, yes.
episode.
Oh,
I know what we're getting to.
whoa, that is.
Are we talking about Squidward's suicide?
No,
rate?
don't
Yes.
say it. Don't say it.
Don't think it. Don't say.
Don't
it.
think
Don't
it.
think,
Don't
don't
say it.
Why not?
Close the curtains.
Yeah, close the
I'm getting
curtains,
scared.
Hank.
Oh,
I think I
let's
see-
tell the lie.
Dude,
I think I
Hank.
see Squidward
All right,
staring at you.
everyone in the broadcasting who's listening to
The
it,
broadcast.
list,
Podcast.
okay, podcasting. Close the light. Turn off the light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Turn off the light. This is a Halloween
Yeah,
episode.
the Halloween episode.
Yeah. All right.
Should we talk about Squidward's suicide? I kind of want to talk about.
All right. We'll talk about
Okay.
Squidward suicide. We'll talk about our personal experiences with Squidward suicide.
Okay.
Okay.
Sam,
Do you guys remember your first time watching Squidward?
Yes, I
suicide?
do.
Yeah, I
Wait,
would.
wait, let's inform people what it is.
Okay, Squidward suicide. It's like a creepy pasta of like a little fake episode. They say it was real. Like it was a little episode that was cut in the editor's room. Like
You know
that
how
came out of
creepypastas
nowhere.
Like some intern or something
Like-
got shown this episode from like some higher ups to like look at it or edit it or something. Then it ended up just being really effed up.
Yeah, like they like don't know where the file really came from, but That's-
It's not true or anything.
yeah, that's basically just it's a creepy pasta. And I guess the main story of it, Squidward, he goes to a clarinet recital. People really don't like him, and he commits suicide. Pretty
They
dark.
don't just kind of.
Yeah, they don't.
They have red eyes.
Yeah, it's like really
human eyes.
like distorted images and like it's really gross and like the audio's supposed to be really like
the booing's like
bad.
really malicious and
yeah,
human,
it's like really messed up looking, I guess.
yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll start with my experience with the Squidward suicide. I think I was like 10 when I watched it. It was like this was probably my first creepypasta other than Slender Man.
But
Did you had to have
Slenderman
watched
was
Jeff the
very-
Killer before that?
No, I think Squidward suicide was before that.
I respect that.
Yeah, I was just a kid, and as creepypastas do, it gave me like it freaked me out of Squidward for like a solid month.
Yeah, I heard you stopped watching SpongeBob at that point.
Yeah, it broke me.
What was your first experience, Sam?
I'm pretty sure I watched it like about a year ago or so. I was pretty late to
Really?
the curb, yeah.
Oh my
Was it with
gosh.
us?
I'm pretty sure it was with you guys. Someone like put it on the TV and I was like, what the heck?
I'm sure my first experience was probably with like Simon I'd assume, but I don't remember it. I know that I remember probably my first experience because me and my friend PJ, we would always watch like all the creepypastas and stuff, and I know we watched Suicide Squidward. It was just another creepypasta we watched though, because we used to watch them all the time at night to freak us out when we were little kids.
Yeah.
Hank, are you on your phone? Are you bored?
No, I want to show you very interesting on the Google map. So
whoa, okay.
okay, so
This is a curveball.
okay, so
What's so interesting about the Google map?
So basically, you click on search 1293 Liberty Drive in Canada. You go there, click on the view on the street. You can find a very weird person who put on a horse
A
mask
horse mask.
with a banana in his hand.
Is that you, Hank?
That's not
You
me.
went to Canada and posed like this for the Google Maps?
How-
Yes, I do.
How long were you waiting there?
Like forever.
That's epic. All right, Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what was your first
okay,
experience with
Squidward
Suicide
Suicide.
Squidward Suicide. Didn't you watch it just recently, like at our dorm?
Oh yeah, I watched
And I
with
wasn't-
you.
I wasn't allowed to turn the lights off for quite some time.
Oh yeah, I was too afraid. But I think the most frightening thing for me probably is the Slenderman. I played that game before. It's epic.
Oh, Slenderman,
It's
the,
Slenderman,
the
yeah.
8 pages.
Yeah.
A little bit more about Suicide Squidward. Did you guys know they did a little bit of like a fan service in the actual show SpongeBob?
Oh,
And they did a little-
recent episode.
Yeah, recent episode, and
I acknowledged it.
yeah, Squidward opened up like a door on something or like a window or something. I didn't watch the episode. I just saw a clip of it, and there was like this not as graphic as the Suicide Squidward head, but a little bit more cartoony.
Yeah,
And
basically, whenever he opened a door, it was like a weird image or something.
yeah,
Part of the episode, and then he opened one, and it was the Squidward suicide face.
It was like
Yeah.
real, obviously, that was Squidward Suicide that they put
yeah.
Did you hear like there was a Gumball creepypasta, and they acknowledged it in an episode too?
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Those nice little fan services whenever.
Yeah, it was
Major
like called,
companies do that.
The Grieving or something. The
Oh.
creepypasta episode, and I think they actually like made an episode called that. And they kind
Oh,
of
really?
parodied it.
Yeah,
Hank,
that's
why
funny.
do you keep looking out the window?
Hank, Squidward is not gonna come.
Yeah,
for you.
Hank keeps looking out our
Are you worried about the
window.
Slender Man?
I'm worried about the killer clown.
Oh, the killer clown.
Do you mean the clown that hides from gay people that you still haven't seen? It's good you can't find
Yeah,
it.
Hank's trying to look for it.
You just can't find it.
I come out of the closet.
All right.
Good pun.
Sticking with the spooky theme, how about we get into the real beef of the podcast?
The real beef of the podcast.
Yeah. You guys want to go straight
Didn't we
into...
hint at this last podcast?
I
Did
don't
we
think.
hint at this?
I don't know.
I don't think we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
this isn't-
okay. Well, this is a recommendation from a fan that we're taking into account. We're going to talk about manga.
Scary manga.
Scary manga.
'Cause
Starting
it's that season.
Yeah.
starting with the person that's most passionate about it, Sam.
Me? I'm pretty sure that's you, Simon. Yeah, but first, a little shout out. This topic was recommended to us. Well, not this topic in particular, but one of our fans, Happy XL on Twitter.
Go
he
follow him.
Yeah. HXPPYXL. That's what his name is. Yeah. So he recommended that we kind of talk about manga, so that's where we're going with this. So for our Halloween-based kind of scary manga, the one I picked out to talk about for this is called Chainsaw Man. It's a relatively new series. It's being written by Tatsuki Fujimoto.
I love him.
Yeah, it's been publishing for like under a year, I'm pretty sure. I think it's at 41, 42 chapters at the time of this recording. And it follows a main character named Denji. And it's in a world where there's like demons, and there's people who have to hunt the demons. It's kind of like a stereotypical setup like that. And Denji's friends with the demon. Everyone's on their phones right now. Come on, guys.
No, I'm listening. I'm just
Okay.
looking at my stuff.
Yeah. And he has this pet demon, which is a dog. It's kind of like taboo to be friends with a demon. But yeah, he has a pet demon dog, and it has a big chainsaw coming out of its forehead.
Jesus.
Yeah, and eventually, like, the Yakuza, he works for the Yakuza to kill demons, and eventually the Yakuza turn on him, and the Yakuza become operated by demons, and the Yakuza, or the demons want the Yakuza to kill all the demon slayers. They have some specific...
Demon Slayers.
Not demon slayers, they have some specific name. So, yeah, the demons get the Yakuza to kill Denji. They chop him and his dog up, And then demons have the ability to possess people, so as his dog's dying, it possesses him, and it kind of mends their powers, so that Denji gets the dog's chainsaw powers, so he has the ability to grow a chainsaw out of his head and arms, and basically that's how he fights demons. And yeah, he joins like a demon... I keep wanting to say Demon Slayer, but that's
you don't want to say Demon Hunter.
It has a specific name, but I forget. Demon Hunter.
Yeah, to keep you from...
Yeah, he joins like a Demon Hunter association, and the reason he kind of like sides with them is because he was like homeless his whole life, and they give him like food and support. But later he starts like developing different motives other than just like surviving. His main motives throughout the series are like to touch boobs, stuff like that.
With those chainsaw hands?
No, he doesn't.
I'm just
he
kidding.
doesn't always
Cut
have
him
the
up.
chainsaw hands, but yeah.
Are you still reading this, or did you finish it?
I'm still reading it. I think I'm on like chapter 30. There's only like 42. I'm kind of trying to take my time through it. But yeah, the art style is really cool. It's really like it's really gory. There's a lot of detail put into it. I think it's pretty sweet. So yeah, it's not necessarily too scary, but I thought it kind of fit the theme because like the monsters kind of have creepy designs, a lot of gore to it. So
what do you put it on the scale from highly recommended to you should get around to it, or like it's okay?
Right now, since it's only at like 40 some chapters, I don't think it's too big of a time commitment to just kind of check it out, see if you like it, and get on board with it while the chapter count's low. Keep up with it. Yeah. All right. Anyone else have a recommendation?
You want to get into yours next, Simon?
Yeah. My manga recommendation is Ibitsu. It's kind of like a modern classic, you could say, because like so many people have read it now.
I haven't read it.
Okay. Okay, it's by the author Ryu Haruka. Sorry if I'm butchering that name.
Dude, that's my line.
But the general summary of it that I'm getting from Kiss Manga is: a boy went to take his trash out late one night and found a strange, creepy gothic Lolita-dressed woman sitting amongst the garbage bags.
I've read this.
Yeah. She asked if he had a little sister, and he answered her, hurrying afterwards back to his apartment. When he looked out the window, she was gone. Who is this strange woman, and why did she give him such a bad feeling? Okay, so that was an okay summary, but I could do better. Basically, after this happens, like, she just tries to, like, she sneaks into his apartment, just does, like, really weird things, and, like, kind of torments him and his little sister throughout the entire manga. And some notes I wrote on the series, or it's not a series, it's a volume worth of...
It's just one volume.
Yeah, it's just one volume. Yeah, it has, like, a really scary art style. It's, like, really unnerving. It makes you feel uncomfortable. And it's not too long, being only around, like, 13 chapters. But still, like, is able to wrap up the story really well and keep you engaged. So, yeah, I really recommended it. It's an easy read, and it'll be one that you remember in a bad, scary way.
Yeah, make sure to keep the lights on after reading that.
Yeah, highly recommended. It's short, and you could just read it in one night.
All right, looks like it's my turn. My recommendation is Jisatsu Circle.
Dude, you're butchering
I'm
it.
butchering it.
What's the English name?
It's Suicide Club, I believe.
Suicide Squad?
That's edgy.
And then the author is Furuya Uzumaru. And so it basically starts off with the main protagonist, Kyoko, and her good friend, Saya, which she's basically explaining how Saya's been really depressed the past few years, and she's just not been herself. And then Saya one day joins this club with well, first let me explain the first chapter. It starts off right automatically with a giant mass suicide of over 50 people. Just a bunch of girls are holding hands and they jump in front of a train.
I heard Squidward was on these suicides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was, and
He was the cult leader.
so this manga it's pretty short, but it does deal a lot with like depression, self-harm, and a lot of things like that. So if you're not comfortable with reading things like that, this isn't a good one for you. But Kyoko, she's good friends with Saya. Saya is real depressed and then joins this club. And as soon as she joins this club, she starts acting a lot happier and just feeling a lot better. And then later on in the manga, it's revealed that she was part of this mass suicide.
Spoiler alert.
It's only 6 chapters, not much of it. But that's not a spoiler. But they jump right into the...
You spoil it for me.
Yeah, I can't read that.
So they do the mass suicide, and Saya's the only one that survives.
Wait, how do they do this suicide?
It's the first chapter. The first chapter is when they all jumped in front of the train.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was a part. That was her club. Their club was just like all banded together and committed suicide. And Saya survived, and eventually there's you figure out that there's this girl Mitsuko, and sorry, I'm
you
butchering
butchered that.
So she was the leader of that like cult kind of group, and after that, Saya kind of like takes on the form of Mitsuko, but it's not taking on the form, but she like gains the mentality of her. So she makes a club, and she kind of just starts gaining a bunch of people to follow her, and she does like a. I'm not gonna go in any further because that's kind of spoilers. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna go any further, but
you told us everything that happened.
No, trust me, there's a lot more, it's like there's a lot of messed up stuff, like the Saya girl. It shows a lot of her self-harming herself and her selling her body because she's depressed and she needs to pay for her dad's mental bills and like mental hospital bills. So it's a pretty dark series, and it's not for the faint of heart. But that's why I also put another manga on my recommendation, because it is for the faint of heart, and it's kind of funny. So the next one's Peephole. I read it really quick. It's 1 chapter long.
Peephole?
Peephole.
One whole chapter?
It's 1 chapter. It's really quick.
It's a one-shot.
Yeah, it's this guy's peeping on this girl. I don't know any of the names. Don't know who wrote it. I just thought it'd be funny to mention this.
Peephole. P-E-P-P-E.
Like peephole, like something you like.
Yeah, like
look
a peephole.
Through you know, like at school, you like drill a hole inside the wall.
Yeah, to see the girls locker room.
I didn't do this.
Wait, you didn't?
Oh.
Well,
it's just you guys.
Oh, well, yeah. It's like how we used to do that. But
Seven's canceled.
So this guy was looking through at his neighbor, and his neighbor's like a longtime friend of his. And when she was getting undressed, she got undressed, and he was like getting real excited. And then right when she got undressed, on her boobs was a face.
Oh my god.
And then so
I hate when that happens.
So she caught him peeping on her, and so she brought him in, explained what happened and why she has that face on her chest, and it's just like she killed her teacher. Okay. And that his face on that manga? Basically. But then so he started jacking off to the thought of the face and her on her chest. Yeah, it's a lot of Evangelion references. No, I'm just kidding. But
so effed up.
So yeah, he was like that. He literally he kind of had like the same reaction.
At his hand?
Yeah, he looked at the napkin and like threw it away, and he was like, "Why am I doing this?"
And then the girl said, "Dude, was that an Ava reference?"
And then, but he decided he still wanted to be with her, even though she had that thing on his chest, and he wanted to be that thing on her chest.
What?
But then this is the real Evangelion reference. This, now that I'm thinking about it, he grabs the girl and starts choking her and kills her.
Oh.
And as soon as he kills her, she scratches him. And then he looks on his chest to see if something came on his chest. Nothing did. He hits his hand on the wall, looks at his hand, and the face that the guy's face that was on the girl's chest is on his hand. Oh and it just eniends.
And then he washed his hands, and his hand said, "Shinichi, that's cold."
I'm sorry if I spoiled that.
Reference. You get that, Hank, right?
Yeah.
Shinichi, that's cold.
I just spoiled that whole manga just because it was a stupid manga and it was a quick read. I thought it was just funny.
Hank, what's your manga recommendation?
Don't you read Junji Ito, kinda?
Yeah, I like Junji Ito, and there's a really good short manga from him. It's called like. So there's a girl's house. Their drain, the water get into it.
Yeah. Are you gonna talk about Uzumaki?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's Junji Ito.
Like what manga though?
Yeah, what's the name?
It's like yelling drain, something like that. So the girls their house drain, like there's some noise come out from it. So they're really curious. So one time, the girl thinks there's a people inside of that drain.
Ooh.
So they put her hand into it, trying to grab it, but just suck off her body into that drain. Like you can literally hear like the bones is breaking down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Even if there
blood
was
is-
someone under my drain, I still
Yeah,
wouldn't
no.
reach my hand in there.
Yes, but have you ever, when you were very young, have you ever think about that little hole
In
you
the
get
drain.
in the drain? What if you just be sucked into it and never get out?
Yeah.
That would
Junji is really good at making you be scared of things that aren't particularly scary, like
Yes.
like a spiral
spiral, yeah.
and things like a chair or like fish.
I always think about what if I'd be very small like a fish and it be flushed down in the toilet and it just get the rest of my life in that little drain. Like I can't go
Dude.
nowhere but
Yeah,
That's a scary dream.
Dude, Hank, you're scary,
Dude,
man.
you have a dark mind.
Oh yeah, that's very scary.
To me, like,
You're good for the podcast.
in Uzumaki, I thought like the craziest part to think about. This is a slight spoiler. I'm pretty sure this is in one of the earlier chapters. The wife of the man who like turns himself into a spiral. You remember that?
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. How she like gets really paranoid about spirals, and she finds out that your cochlea within your ear is a spiral.
Uh-huh.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought that was like crazy to
Doesn't
think
she like
about.
drill in her ear or something like
She
that?
No.
does something. I'm not gonna get too.
Yeah,
far
don't
into
get-
it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. She doesn't do anything. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But obviously, since this is a Halloween episode, anything about Junji Ito fits.
Yeah, like he's really good at like making you a little more aware of your surroundings. Like he has like a manga called like The Human Chair. Like imagine like a chair you sit in, but like it kills you.
Like,
You want
it's
a
a
spoil alert?
Oh yeah, I don't even remember this manga. Sorry,
There
it was
is
a long
a
time.
very
Wait,
like
spoiler alert.
yeah
Okay. Do you know
What-
what manga you're gonna talk about?
the killer
The Human Chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
did you hear that
perfect.
too?
So that woman is a writer. So
Yeah.
there's one man that is really fancy with her. So he literally make himself inside of the chair.
He's fancy with her.
No, he's obsessed with her. So he can like sit in the chair for 18 hours every day, just because the writer will sit on him, and he can feel to hug her while
Oh
she's writing.
I've done that a few times.
yeah.
I just hide
the
in
old,
the couch cushions.
Yeah, the old pretend you're a chair trick.
Oh yeah.
That's a classic one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone like sit on a very big chair right now, imagine there's a man inside of that chair that's
Dude, I kind of
holding
feel
you.
my chair moving.
Wait, there's something poking me in the butt on my chair.
Squidward.
Wait, Hank, get out of there.
Dude, you're in my chair.
Yeah, get out.
Junji Ito just had like this recent manga I was reading. I think it's only 6 chapters in or something. It doesn't even have like any supernatural elements to it or anything. It's called No Longer Human. It's based on a book by
Wait, that's not new, is it?
I'm pretty sure his manga adaptation's new. It's not finished yet.
Oh.
But yeah, it's based on a famous book by a Japanese author, Desire something. It's basically an autobiography about like his life and like his mental well-being, I guess. There's like no supernatural elements to it or anything. It just basically like goes through this guy's horrors of everyday life, and it illustrates it in a way that like it's actually scary, even though it's just like everyday situations. It's cool. Yeah. Anybody else have any more horror manga to talk about?
I think we're good.
All right.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Oh, this one's not on the list, but I really wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I can see your iPad. It's like blank page. It's like a blank
Yeah,
page.
scrolling through blank
Yeah,
pages.
he was like right there.
So yeah, this Annie Twitter bracket.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to pull up the bracket?
Yeah. So basically,
Wait, is this a personal attack?
this is gonna be a personal
This
attack on
is...
Simon.
I was just going to bring this up.
Yeah.
I have Simon's tweet written down in my notes.
You have my tweet written down in your notes?
I'll try to pull the bracket up on my iPad. We'll include an image of this in the YouTube version of this podcast.
So if you're listening on Spotify, just believe everything we're saying.
Yeah, we'll talk. It's not really crucial that you see the bracket. It's just better for visualization, I guess. Bro, my shit's not loading.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Bro,
Bruh.
that's okay. My stuff loads
Oh,
fast.
This is bad. Alright, so basically what it was is it was a bracket called like the greatest anime of all time or something. Yeah. And it had some like newer anime like Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, My Hero, Promised Neverland on it. It also had like older anime like Berserk, Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, I guess Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, it's basically
Geass.
new gen versus a...
That wasn't
Classic.
really like the setup of the bracket. It wasn't necessarily new versus old gen, but it had a good mixture of both. And someone posted it and said like, the new generation of anime completely destroyed the older generation. Because a lot of the anime that made it to the final tier were newer anime like Demon Slayer, Promised Neverland, Dr. Stone, My Hero. Demon Slayer is actually the show that owned it. That won the bracket.
So according to anime Twitter, Demon Slayer is the best show of all time.
Yeah, like the greatest show of
Well,
all time.
here's some
Zoomers.
context behind that tweet. It wasn't like a serious tweet, actually.
Yeah,
Really?
that's what they all say.
Yeah, you just gotta take that with a grain of salt.
The bracket was serious, right? It was actually
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like an actual bracket.
I don't know. I'm reading some backstory on the actual account. This person said he decided, or she, it's a she. She decided to choose chaos instead of a normal bracket.
What's that mean?
She chose chaos.
I mean, just listen to some of the things that are beating out some of the things. Attack on Titan lost to The Promised Neverland.
Which
I mean,
that's one of the
yeah,
more reasonable ones, but I still think Attack on Titan's a better show.
I would have picked The Promised Neverland, but I know people probably would have wanted Attack on Titan to win that.
Yeah, even with like the later episodes, it's one of the best anime of all time. Attack on Titan.
Hunter x Hunter beat One Piece, which I can see why.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, My Hero Academia beat Berserk, which
I think that's a good
that
call.
could
The
actually be
anime-wise,
debated.
anime-wise, yeah. I mean, but My Hero, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't I dropped it so early.
I'm not a big fan of My
I'm
Hero,
not at
but
all.
I could understand why people think it's better than Berserk.
Black-
Berserk's a really old anime, and the anime didn't go that far.
Yeah, Black Clover beating Full Metal. Full
No.
Metal Alchemist beating Black Clover.
Okay, thank
Thank
God.
God, yeah. And then Code Geass. Dr. Stone beat Code Geass.
I haven't watched Code Geass.
Which,
Yeah,
if you're a real boomer,
well,
Code Geass will
I
be-
watched Code Geass, and it's okay. It's like one of those things people say are like really good, but
It's just not.
like an
yeah,
it's just
show.
something
It's
people
just an
feel like
average
they have
show.
to like.
Dr. Stone's actually a pretty like cool
Yeah.
and refreshing show, so I can like also understand that one.
How do you guys feel about this one? SAO beating Naruto.
That's just
I don't know. I guess maybe bracket-wise,
That's
it
just
might
fucking stupid.
it might actually make sense bracket-wise.
Dude, what do you mean? The pool in the Western civilization that Naruto has is insane. I don't know how SAO would even get close to beating it,
Well-
especially on Twitter.
Well, anime Twitter generally, I would say might like SAO more than
Are you
Naruto.
kidding me?
Naruto is more of like a general show. I feel like it's like a show everyone watches.
well,
Dude,
SAO is a show that everyone hates.
yeah, everyone generally hates SAO.
I don't know. The first half of the first season
Well,
was
you have
good.
to like kind of take into account like what social group this is taking place. in,
Yeah.
because it's probably like a lot of like younger anime fans who are voting on this.
Yeah, that is true. Dragon Ball Z beating Demon Slayer beating Dragon Ball Z.
Understandable.
Yeah,
Demon
that's
Slayer's
understandable.
better.
Yeah. Bleach beating Tokyo Ghoul. I understand that. If it's the first season of Tokyo Ghoul, I don't think so. But as a whole anime, I guess Bleach would be better, even though Bleach is terrible.
Yeah, it's really hard to compare those two because Bleach is so long and overrated.
Yeah, and Tokyo Ghoul at least has a good manga. Bleach doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, boomers.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me, all these things that are getting beaten out by all these.
Look, it's just skip to the final.
The final
matchup.
two are My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer, of course, obviously.
And unexpected.
Wait, don't skip to the final two because
Okay.
there's some crucial moments that
All right.
need
Yeah.
to be talked
All
about.
The
right.
Promised Neverland beat out Hunter x Hunter.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Promised Neverland's a good show.
Arguably the
but-
best shonen anime of all time.
Yeah.
My Hero beat Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah. This is
Also ridiculous.
this round is where most of the bullshit occurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what gets people mad.
Yeah.
The chaos.
My Hero is definitely not better than what show was it?
Full Metal
Full
Alchemist.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I've never watched
I don't
it,
know.
but
Have you
based on
watched
what
My Hero
people say-
Academia?
You've never watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? get around
That's
to
like
it.
that's one show that everyone says is great, but I've just never gotten around
Well,
to it.
it probably has the best plot in anime history.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I watched like the first like 10 episodes or so and I thought it was really cool, but I just like was short on time.
Dr. Stone beating SAO, I respect that.
Yeah.
Bleach, Demon Slayer beating Bleach, I also respect that, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's just the newer animes going up against each other
So
with
in the
My Hero and
second
Demon
bracket,
Slayer.
there was literally only like two kind of like bullshit calls.
The second?
Yeah, the second bracket.
Yeah,
There's like
tell us about
so how Hunter x Hunter beat. How Promised Neverland beat Hunter x Hunter. That was the one like that's bull crap.
Yeah.
And My Hero Academia beat Full Metal Alchemist. That's debatable. I'm not gonna say that's bull crap. Because well,
Yeah, it is
if you guys
kinda
haven't
bull crap.
watched My Hero Academia,
I watched like up to like halfway through season 3 and I wasn't really interested in it.
maybe it wasn't made for you.
Yeah, the animation was really cool, but I guess I've never been a big fan of like superhero type stuff.
And the last one, My Hero Academia versus Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer won.
I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
I was actually surprised by that because my MHA, I'm gonna say MHA because my Hero Academia is too hard to say. I was surprised because MHA has like
A lot of push from...
a huge fan base.
Demon Slayer right now on like anime Twitter. Demon Slayer
Yeah.
has a huge.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it's
everybody's
Twitter.
obsessed with
You're
that
right.
now.
Demon Slayer was like even on Twitter trending.
Mhm.
For, like,
Demon
a
Slayer
week.
is really good though. Like I'm not trying to undermine it or anything.
Yeah,
but
the only
compared
other
to, like,
thing-
other classics, it hasn't really like done the test of time yet. It's only like it only had like a 2-core run so far. We don't know like how much deeper the anime is going to get with this. If there's going to be another season or what.
It did so good. They greenlit a movie right away.
A movie
Yeah.
like a stupid filler anime movie.
No,
Yeah.
it continues the story.
But-
it's called the Infinite Train arc. It like continues the manga because I read the manga.
What if a
too.
different
weird,
What if a
'cause-
different studio picks up Demon Slayer? Because I heard that is a possibility, and they
That-
just take it to shit.
Well, the same studio is doing the movie, so I actually don't know.
yeah.
But like, yeah, they're just making the next arc a movie because it's really short in the manga too.
That's still kind of weird.
Like it
though.
could fit inside a movie easily.
Well, let's get to the topic that the reason we brought this up is because of Simon's tweet. Simon's tweet says, "I've been seeing a lot of negative thoughts on this, and I'm here to say that people need to let go of their boomer opinions because, as you can see, newer anime is just better."
Oh,
Do you
guys
really
didn't-
believe that?
You guys didn't like that?
That's a real blanket statement.
Yeah.
I see where your concerns come from, but
I see where your
So,
boomer
do
concerns
you
come from.
Really believe that Demon Slayer is the best anime on that bracket?
I'd say it's debatable.
It's debatable that Demon Slayer is better than Hunter.
There's a lot of things that make a good anime, and it's not just cool story or
So you're just telling me it's not a cool story that
No.
makes a good anime, it's just cool pictures.
Pretty
and cool,
colors.
pretty colors and nice visuals.
no. It's
Because Demon Slayer has the average shonen.
it's because Demon Slayer did something for a lot of people that anime hasn't done in a while.
What's that?
It made you emotional during a fight.
Well,
Has Hunter x Hunter been able to do that?
yes.
When?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even like it brings in emotion. It brings in like philosophical thought too. Towards like the Chimera Ant arc.
One of the best power systems in all
it's
of
just
anime.
a lot deeper. I'd say like the beginning half of Demon Slayer kind of seemed like Monster of the Week.
Can you even explain any type of power system in Demon
Yeah.
Slayer other than what is it, the
breathing
openings?
techniques?
The breathing techniques?
Well, that
Which-
is the
this
power
might be-
system.
that's the power system for just a
Like
select
a show-
group of people.
Well, a show.
No one else has a power system.
Well, it's the same with Hunter x Hunter. You
No.
got to learn things. Anyone can learn a breathing technique. Same with how in Hunter x Hunter anyone can learn Nen. It's
Well,
like
yeah, but it's
Hunter
for the
Hunter brings in a lot of like checks and balances.
yeah.
to the power
Not
system.
all Demon Slayers use breathing
So is this-
techniques, but all hunters
have to use
Nen.
well, it's the same team. So you know how some hunters just aren't able to use Nen, like how Killua and Gon weren't able to use Nen for like a little bit there.
They learned it.
Yeah, they
Exactly,
learned it pretty
like,
quick actually.
You can learn breathing techniques pretty quick. You just gotta train yourself.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they,
just something
they
that
needed to learn Nen to become hunters and finally pass the test.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. They passed the
No.
test and they said, "All right, it's time for the actual test," and they had to learn Nen before they.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
Well, Demon Slayer, you could be a Demon Slayer and not have a breathing technique.
Exactly. It's a shitty power system.
No, it's not. It's just a way to make yourself stronger.
Kind of like how Rock Lee didn't need to know any cool jutsus.
Yeah, like
he just like could use a tide.
Yeah, I take back my comment. It's not a shitty power system.
Yeah, it's normal. Not everything.
You read the manga. Does it ever go in like more depth to the power system?
I guess it's not like a super complex power system. It's like
JoJo's.
It's just something where you have to like train your body more. Like, it's not just something like you learn a breathing technique and you're good to go. Like, you could like expand upon that, like learn different breaths. Like, the main character Tanjiro, he like starts off learning water breathing, but like he like goes
That's
on.
kind of a spoiler, don't, because a lot of people don't.
Like, he goes on to learn like a stronger breath technique after that, because when he realizes that breath doesn't really suit him, it's like not something that's just like hard to do.
Yeah, which we're not trying to like shit on Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer's a great show.
It's only had like a 2-core run.
Yeah,
like
like
26
I
episodes.
don't really
It's hard to call it the greatest.
I don't really
anime of all
agree
time.
with the poll. I don't agree with the comments in the poll, saying like just things like, man, these people don't really watch anime, because I watch a lot of anime, probably more than anyone that commented. And I can tell you, Demon Slayer has a right to be on this list.
Yeah, it does have a right to be on the list.
Like,
Sword Art Online.
exactly. Like,
Can make it on the list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if an anime like Dragon Ball Z can make it on the list.
Yeah, let's shut that down right now.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z's awful.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's good for like nostalgia factors
Yeah.
and stuff, but it's kind of like a product of its time,
Yeah.
like the angry shonen generation.
Yeah, like that stuff. Like, Demon Slayer is a shonen, but like
You get it different.
It's like a kinder kind of shonen.
Yeah, there's more emotion and thought behind it.
Yeah, and like just the fighting in general, like you can really feel something in those fights. Like, every fight, I feel like even like some of the more like minuscule fights like that, it's just those monster of the week fights. Like, they will really put you on the edge of your seat, because that's just how good it looks.
Oh yeah, and especially in these more monster of the week fights, the enemies usually do have really cool techniques.
Yeah, they are really original.
Yeah.
And the main character has to find like smart ways to defeat them.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's not just like a dick measuring contest like Naruto or Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like, oh, I trained for like a month.
Let me go train.
I trained for a couple years off.
50% of my power right now.
I trained for a couple months off screen, but now I'm back and I'm way stronger than you. It's like they gotta like adjust to the actual fight, and like the actual training in the manga actually, same with the anime, actually shows them doing the training.
Oh, and another thing, like they don't like just pull stuff out their ass. Like in Demon Slayer, I'm talking about. Like he actually has to use his moves in a way that would defeat the enemy.
Yeah, and like
he only has like a certain set of tools to work with, and he kind of has to apply them to the fight. There's no like weird outside influences.
Yeah, and like on episode 19, when like he kind of just like knows how to use the fire breath technique. Like, that's
that was kind of like
no, but that
ass kind of thing.
no, but that's something like he learned when like he was a kid, but didn't actually know he learned it. It was something his dad taught him, but like,
it was kind of an in the moment flashback.
But I think they made it to like his life was flashing before his eyes, and like it was something that he saw like that would help him survive.
Because you couldn't really like compare that to something like Naruto whenever the Nine Tails comes out, whenever he's getting his ass kicked. Or,
it's not just like, oh, some weird powers here to save the day, like the Nine Tails, like, or like Goku going like Ultra
Super
Instinct,
Saiyan,
Ultra Mega Saiyan.
Yeah, like out of nowhere, just like, I need to beat him. I gotta get stronger.
And I also like Tanjiro's main goal. I feel like it's something a little more tangible than becoming the greatest or something like that.
There's
just trying to
in like every
sister.
shonen feels like they're always just trying to become like the best or something. Like, that's another reason why I like Hunter x Hunter too, because like his main goal is to find his dad, and like in Demon Slayer, his main goal is to like help his sister become a human. Like, it's not just something like generic like
becoming the greatest.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the strongest demon slayer, or I'm gonna be the strongest hunter.
I'm gonna kill all the demons.
Yeah, that's why like
something ambiguous.
That's why like the more like the older I get, the more like I don't like anime like Naruto. Cause like
I feel like everyone kind of gets into that.
Well, you don't really recognize the tropes as a kid. You
just
watch it.
especially like if you're new to anime, you don't really get it yet. But like that whole like I'm just gonna become the strongest, or it just starts to get a little dry.
Wow, this became a really long Demon Slayer.
So you guys agree with Demon
Synapse.
Slayer
Yeah,
being the
right,
best?
right, Hank?
You believe?
Demon
Oh,
Slayer's
yeah,
the
Hank.
best. Yeah. Hank,
If anyone forgot, Hank is still here.
Yeah, he was playing Candy Crush on his phone.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, have you watched any anime recently, Hank?
Well,
Was Parasite the last one you watched?
yeah, that's 3 years ago.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The last anime you watched was
Wait,
3
what
years
about
ago.
that one anime you're watching right now, the Chinese one?
Oh, actually,
You
it's
love
kind
that
of
one.
like close to SAO, so I want to talk about a little.
I could talk about that one too. I watched that.
Let Hank talk.
I want to talk about it too a little.
Get out of here.
All right. I'll take a seat.
No, you can talk about it.
No,
No.
you start
Hank,
it off.
you
I'm just gonna
kill
add
it.
comments.
So
the stage.
when you said like everyone hate for SAO, actually SAO is kind of famous in China and a lot
It's
of people-
famous here.
Oh,
too.
yeah, it's
There
super
are- there
famous
are people
here.
who like it. Just,
Oh yeah. So the Chinese anime called the King's Avatar is some sort of SAO.
Yeah, it's like they play video games. It's not like they get trapped in the game, but like
yeah.
it like takes place like
It's
it
an
doesn't like
isekai.
it doesn't really take place in the game. It's kind of like a slice of life almost, but like a gaming one.
Mhm.
Like when they play video games, like their characters, it's like a realistic thing.
It takes them into that world.
It's kind of hard to explain. Like it takes them into that world, but like it's not virtual reality. They're just like playing on the PC.
Okay, so the matches are just a representation of like the
Yes.
computer battles.
Yeah.
It's not, they're not going into anything.
Yeah,
That's
And-
actually
yeah. There's like teams and like in this world, like video game teams are like so famous. It's like being the most popular celebrity.
Which is not possible, but
Yeah, and like the guy, like he was like the best player or whatever. He was like kicked off his team, and everyone was like super sad. I remember that was like at the beginning of the anime, right?
oh, that's the first season, which it made like.
Oh, I only
very
watched the
good.
first season.
The first season's so good, so they continue make the second season, the real TV show as well as the anime movie. So basically, why he kicked out of the club because he never do like commercial stuff. He just want to play games totally, and he can't deal with like relationship with his boss, his teammates. So they work together, get him out of there, and find a new player to replace him. So the guy who's kicked out, he went to I don't know if they have that in here, but it's called like internet bar,
Like a PC bang.
PC.
Oh,
bang.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
A gamer zone.
a gamer zone. So he go there like be like work on at their
Training arc.
He just gets a job.
No,
there.
it's
get
just-
a job.
Oh, you're
And-
talking about like the cafes with all the computers and stuff.
Oh,
that they
yeah,
have.
yeah.
Okay.
Internet cafe.
Yeah, and
PC.
I was just
meanwhile,
said that so people would know.
because the club just took his account, so he restart his another account like 10
Hank,
years
stop
ago.
hitting the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were above the table.
Okay. Another account like 10 years ago because he's there in that game there are a lot of like different characters or different
Classes.
classes,
Yeah.
and that one's classes is like very hard to use, very hard to manage. But he decided to reuse that one. The first reason is that that's a very old account. Second reason is that that account is created by his friend, which is also very good at that game, but he was dead 10 years ago.
Can't use an account if you're dead.
No, you can't.
Oh, actually he can, but he just want
Oh,
a memory.
his ghost.
Yeah, get memory of his friend. He got
Oh,
his
shit.
friend account.
No, yeah, you got the
He's
memory.
just using his
Password.
friend's his
Password,
password.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
He's using his dead friend's account.
Is his dead friend like the avatar that battles? Or never mind.
No, his friends like encourage him to be a professional player, something
Oh,
like
that's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like oh yeah.
The way this sounds is it's kind of like structured more like a sports anime, but during the
Yeah, but
battle
like
sequences and
esports.
stuff.
It's like an esports
Yeah,
anime.
definitely
Yeah.
esports.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Do you
better
mean
than-
EA?
No,
I'm
you-
kidding.
Yeah.
I know.
And this is a Chinese anime.
It's called King's Avatar.
Yeah.
I really like its music, like background music. It's very impressive.
Do you study to that music?
No.
Do you sing along to that music?
Probably.
In the middle of the night.
Probably what? In the middle of the night.
Probably play games.
Yeah. How popular is like Chinese anime? Like in China,
Not very popular,
do
but there's.
citizens prefer like Japanese anime to Chinese anime?
I think all the world prefers Japanese anime.
Yeah, that's what I'd imagine.
Yeah, because I think
There's just so much more.
yeah.
Or-
Have you ever think about why there's so many animes in Japan?
Because that's where it originated?
Why they are originally not in like England or Middle East?
Well,
Oh, you know England people.
well, that's a pretty complicated subject.
All right, let's not get into that.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, like manga was invented in Japanese, so the art style kind of stuck to like the region.
Yeah, and I guess it's more like interesting and like more to get into for like an older audience. So I guess it just made Japanese anime instead of just like regular like cartoons here more popular.
Yeah, like that's like asking why does the U.S. have Big Mouth?
Yeah,
That's our anime.
That's our anime, Big Mouth with the fucking disgusting little kids.
yeah.
Season 3 out now.
There's only like, some English anime that can actually pull that off, like Avatar and stuff.
Yeah, Avatar's
I'm
cool.
I'm just saying anime as a broad term because anime just means animation.
Yeah,
It,
would be
like
cool if,
everything's really anime. A Disney movie could be anime.
Cartoon, you mean?
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So
So yeah, that was a little bit of a tangent.
yeah, you guys
Yeah,
like
it was.
anime, right?
Time to open up the iPad and see what else we have in store.
All right, are we getting back to the notes? What about some fall anime? Do you guys like
dude,
fall
we
anime?
have a lot of anime on this list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a anime.
Anime heavy episode.
Sorry for the gamers out there. Actually, this is...
There's some video
There's
games
gonna
in
be
here.
some.
You
Just
guys
get
are
ready.
surprised by the time we're at right now.
What are we at right now?
We're at like 50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
wow.
one flew by. Alright, so I guess our final topic will get into the fall anime of the fall 2019 season. Alright, so are you guys looking forward to anything in particular? I know
Wait.
Finland and Dr. Stone are being continued.
Yeah.
Finland, I'm looking forward to. Just finished... Well, not finished, but I just caught up to the manga. And the anime's great.
No one's been watching Dr. Stone, really.
No, none of us have been watching Dr. Stone. Psychopaths 3.
Psychopath Simon, aren't you a Psychopath?
Simon's a
fan?
big Psychopath.
I'm not a big Psychopaths fan. Where did
Yeah.
you guys get
Did
that?
you watch it?
Of course he has. He's a big Psychopath
Okay,
guy.
well, how about we just talk about the anime that just came out this season? Like, they're only like a week or two in. So how about we
Fall
talk
anime,
about...
yeah.
Yeah, that's full anime. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
okay.
ones that are like just new. It's like a pretty
Like no returning series?
yeah, like no returning series.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about just new ones. Like there's not really too many like familiar names, but there's some big ones like the Seven Deadly Sins season 3. I've never watched that actually because I'm not too big of a fan of it.
Is
Yeah.
that a Netflix series?
Yeah.
Uh-huh, Netflix original.
Lucas.
Simon was actually making fun of me for watching it.
Yeah, I thought you watched
Because I watched it a long time ago when it first came out.
the first season.
Yeah, the first season, and I liked it a lot. It was, I mean, I guess it was because I was younger and I liked that kind of humor a little bit more in anime.
Yeah.
But a lot of people judge the first season. But I heard the second season. I haven't got around to the second season yet because I'm rewatching the first season now just to catch up, and I want to because I know season 3 is coming out, so I'm trying to catch up. And I know the second season gets a lot better, but it's just something I kind of went back on. Simon made fun of me a lot when he came in and saw me watching it. It was pretty sad.
Dude, you're a real elitist, Simon.
Yeah, I don't like that term. We elitists don't like being called that.
Okay. One show I was looking forward to. It's a new show. I haven't looked too far into it. I just like watched the trailer. It's called No Guns Life, and the main character is a human or something with a gun as a head.
Oh no, no guns.
Wait, are you sure
You
this
can't
isn't
get in-
Chainsaw Man?
Can you not get into
No.
any stores because he has a gun on his
I
head?
don't know what the deal is, but I thought that was an interesting concept.
Yeah.
He might be like a detective or something. I haven't looked.
Does he
into this.
talk?
I don't know. That's a
He
good
talks
question.
with lead.
Yeah, he talks with lead. So yeah, My Hero season 4, 3, 4, 4. Pretty sure. It's
4, yeah.
Is anyone caught up on My Hero?
No.
I'm not.
Simon, you read the manga, right?
I read really deep into the manga, but I don't know where it's at in the anime.
Oh.
Yeah, but it is good. The manga. The manga's
It's-
good.
It's still animated by Bones, right? I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really good studio. They did Mob Psycho, so. Although we're not caught up on that, that's a good one to recommend.
I got one I was kind of looking forward to because it's a basketball anime and I like basketball animes.
Kuro.
No, it's Ahiru no Sora. It's about this kid. He goes to high school to like fulfill his mother's wishes of winning a basketball tournament, but turns out the basketball club at his school is like a bunch of delinquents, and they do like anything but play basketball.
Simon, remember when you tried out for the basketball team?
Yeah, I didn't make it. I like basketball, but I'm not good at playing it.
Yeah, Simon bought like 5 pairs of basketball shoes just to get cut from the team.
Guys, this
Told
was
the
in
team
8th
manager.
grade. Come on. Okay, I'll give you backstory on my sad story real quick so you guys know what we're talking about.
Make sure you include the part where the other kids in the locker room made you do Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
And yelled, "Dance, white boy, dance."
Fortnite wasn't a thing at this time. It was in 8th grade. I tried out for my middle school basketball team, and like I got like 3 really nice pairs of basketball shoes. I made my mom buy me a bunch of really expensive basketball shoes because I was positive I would make it. I was like, I've been practicing all summer. I know I'll make it. And I guess I really choked out at the tryouts. There was like 2-day tryouts, and I guess I just did worse than everyone else that tried out. But like, the coaches, they really liked me as a kid because I was a nice kid, and they said, "Listen," they said, they said, "Listen, Simon, we like you, but you're not that good at basketball, so we decided that we want you as our manager." And I was like, "All right," but like I never showed up to any of the practices or games, and they kind of just like got someone else to be the manager.
And that's how Simon got a new pair of mowing shoes.
Yeah,
And that's how Simon became the Joker.
And that's when I started playing tennis. Just kidding. I started.
And that's when
playing
Simon
tennis a long
started
time ago.
watching anime.
Yeah, that's when I started watching anime. I turned in my pair of Hyper Dunks for a pair of K-Swisses.
And a Crunchyroll account.
And a Crunchyroll account.
Yeah.
And that's how it
You
started.
tried out for Anime Club, right? And then they offered you a manager's position?
Yeah. I said, what does that even mean? That's my life.
That's the life of Simon.
What a disgusting
All right.
life.
Any other things you guys are looking forward to specifically?
Not really. I haven't been watching anime a lot, guys. I'm sorry to admit to this.
Yeah,
I've been
no,
busy with school.
I haven't been watching anime as much. Also, I've been reading a lot more manga because
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
easy
easier.
to do, like in between classes and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, like I read manga like all the time. I read it at work because I don't do anything at my job.
Yeah, and it's awkward just sitting there playing anime on your phone in public, but it's easy to scroll through, and it looks like you're just reading a comic or something.
I could watch anime at my job, but like if I work like in the back, but usually I'm in like on the front desk like greeting people, so I just have my laptop open and I read manga.
You have a Ken Kaneki cursor on your work computer. Is this true?
Yeah, I do have a Ken Kaneki cursor.
What does it do when you hover over something clickable?
Okay, when you're not on something that's clickable, it's just his face, but when you get over something you can click, like his mask comes on.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Why did you make him admit to this?
Why did you guys bring this up of all
Does your boss ever
things?
just like walk in and
He
try to,
sees you
use
like
your
playing it.
No, I
He's
changed.
like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
No,
you
I
see Simon playing with it, like keep moving it
no,
to like a clickable
I
thing.
changed the.
I'm Ken Kaneki. I'm Ken Kaneki.
No, but I did change the front desk's cursor at work into that, and when I went back the next day, someone changed it back. So, I've been changing it every day.
Waiting for it to stick.
Yeah, maybe someone will like it.
They put up a sticky note and was like, "Can someone please stop effing with the cursor?"
Can some weirdo quit making Ken Kaneki the cursor to the work computer? Please, for God's sake.
Hank, how are you liking the podcast? I don't think you're liking it very much. You've been on your phone the entire time.
Oh, I was actually watching something about anime, trying to like get some information about anime. The
that's
broadcast is really
Yeah, that's
cool.
fine.
It's my first broadcasting.
First broadcasting.
Yeah,
Broadcasting.
we're not broadcasting, man. Broadcasting is live.
Like on the radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Podcasting.
Yeah.
So, what you guys want to talk now?
You could keep talking.
End the podcast, Hank.
End it.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, we're getting close to the
yeah.
end. It's
I was gonna talk about games.
Yeah, talk about some games, actually.
Talk about games. We
I-
have the time.
yeah.
Do
This
you
will be a
know
little bit
the-
longer of a podcast.
The PC version of Red Dead Redemption is coming out on February
Wait.
next year.
The second one.
Oh, the second one. I was
The
like,
second
wait.
one.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still very cool. It's on the Rockstar shop right now.
So,
Yeah.
oh, it's on the
Yeah,
shop.
the launcher.
It's like $60
Oh.
maybe. Yeah,
Good.
How many yen is that?
like 240 yen.
Jeez, that's
Jesus,
so much.
240?
No, divide by 7.
oh, divide by 7. Thank God.
How am I gonna buy hot pot?
Yeah, when we spend all 240 of our yen on it.
Hot pot.
Wait a second, Hank.
What?
Is Chinese yen and Japanese yen different? Because one's like $60
Oh,
and Japanese be
yeah,
like
totally.
60,000.
That's-
It's like 6,000 yen.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
Japanese yen is like more cheaper than Chinese.
Why do they do it like that? That's so weird
Maybe
to
they
me.
just print too
Imagine how much a car is.
They print too
millions
much.
of
A
yen.
million.
You want me to pay $20 million for a car?
Why do they use the metric system? It's so much easier to do things by just pounds and feet.
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 Do you not know what our system's called? Is that why you just said that? You didn't.
No,
The
it's the
Americans.
pounds and feet system. I don't know what it is. I live here. I don't know what it's called. What's it called, Lucas?
How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
American
know you-
system,
The
metric
American
system.
system. The anti-metrics.
Yeah.
Metrics.
Why do we have the anti-metric
The
system?
burger system.
Burgers is alright.
You like that one, Hank?
Yeah, that's
Hank.
pretty.
Some American
Hank, be honest. We won't tell anyone. But what do you like more, America or China?
Well, that depends. I
Hank, just say America or China.
Don't worry, the president's not listening.
America.
We're
Oh,
telling General
yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right.
And I was really excited for the upcoming game, Death Stranding.
Oh, Death Stranding. Hideo
Yeah.
Hideo
Hideo
Kojima.
Yeah.
I
He's
love
a
him.
Genius. He's
Very
a genius.
smart.
Very smart.
I,
Very.
I would be buying that game, but Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz Edition comes out a couple weeks before.
Oh.
So that's
Yeah,
where my
priorities.
money would be going.
Priority.
I'm gonna buy Death Stranding when it comes out. I might
Sure you
pre-order it.
are. You can't even buy rent.
Touchy subject.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject.
Another good PS4 game. I think it's called The Last of Us.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, they
That's
just
awesome.
released that on the free PlayStation Plus
The first
games.
one's free for now for
The first one.
PlayStation Plus.
Remastered.
Yeah, the remastered one. That's actually the remaster's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is like the picture mode.
Oh yeah, there's like picture mode. It's like 60 frames. It's pretty
Mhm.
nice.
That is nice.
It's a good solid single player game
I
if you
really-
just have a lot of time to kill.
Yeah, like you can really enjoy the plot of it.
Oh yeah.
They said the second one is like even have more sadness than the first one.
Jeez.
How is that possible?
I'm gonna be crying the whole time,
Like a baby.
Yeah, like a baby.
like a little baby.
Yeah. It's so hard for me just to get into those story games, though. We were talking about this
It's-
last
Yeah,
podcast.
it's pretty, no, I think that was a couple podcasts.
Oh. It's just like, you
The
know,
Last
like...
of Us is really easy to get into.
But like, it might be easy to get into, but I feel like I don't have time because when I play those story games, like I want to sit down and play them for a long time. But I can only play video games in like 2-hour increments, like at the end of the night.
Yeah, it's so easy just to pick up like For Honor or something, just play like a whole bunch of matches and just
Right.
not think about it.
Yeah.
Compared to like sitting down and playing an actual story game.
Yeah, I miss those days. Maybe this summer I'll play some more games like that, like which I usually do. But till then, yeah.
Alright.
All right, we're gonna let Hank sign us off today.
End of the podcast, Hank.
Yeah.
Alright, really.
End it in Chinese.
谢谢大家观看，今天就到这儿，再见。
All right, now
Thank you, bye.
Yeah.
Translate.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like thank you for listening. Really nice to meet everyone, and that's all. Thank you.
Dude, that sounded Google translated.
All right,
wow.
goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
It was nice
Bye.
having y'all.
Again.